What is up? Welcome to another video. In this video, I'm going to show you how to do market research in as little as 30 minutes. So if you are a copywriter and you work with clients, or you're an offer publisher and you work with clients, this video is going to help you do market research in as little as 30 minutes. When I first got into copywriting, I would spend anywhere from 5 to even 10 days doing research for our clients. And over the last year and a half, AI has exponentially decreased the time that it takes to do proper market research. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I do it. First, what we do is we start out by interviewing our clients. We do this two different ways. So way number one is we actually have them fill out a creative brief. This just allows them to brain dump and tell us who they think that their target audience is. And then way number two, after we do that, we have our onboarding call. And then during our onboarding call, it's usually about anywhere from 30 to 60 minutes. And we just ask a few other questions and we take them through just this process of almost extracting a lot of what we need for the like a VSL or a sales page, whatever kind of copy we're writing for them. And then what we do is we take those transcriptions, we put those into AI, and we end up getting something that looks a little bit like this. So it looks a little bit like this. We have the AI breakdown. So we have AI write out the questions and then write the answers that the client gives. So we'll have that. We'll have the actual offer, what is included, everything kind of broken down there, just so that way, we can have all of the information that we need. And then because we like to really just automate our entire onboarding process, right when somebody pays an invoice and we mark them as a client inside of our CRM, it sends them over a survey. And with that survey, it asks them, what's the biggest result that you can get? Describe the favorite client you've ever worked with. What's your biggest client, biggest problem your dream client has? And all of these questions that they go and answer. And then we're able to take that and further our research. So I don't have that one for this specific client because they serve two different clients or two different target audiences. And one of them is they teach you how to become a Scrum Master. And then the other one is selling tech companies their actual project management system. So for this demonstration, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up ChatGPT, and then what we are going to do today is target market research. I am going to give you some information, and from that, I want you to create an avatar. So now we have the program. I always like to ask it the first question, do you understand? Yes, I understand. Please stare at the information. Part 1 of 2, do not do anything until you have part 2. So part number 1, and then we'll just add that in there. So that way it just understands what the actual course is and what the value proposition is, all of that. So then I'll put that in there, and then I'll take the AI breakdown of the questions that we asked them, and then we'll come in here. We'll add part 2. I'll just change this to onboarding doc from client, delete that, and then we'll add that in here. And then what it's going to do is it's going to start creating an avatar out of all of the information that we just gave it. Because we asked the client, who the actual avatar, who they serve, who their favorite client is, it's able to take all of that information and start creating an actual target market avatar of this specific person. It pulls in a lot of the information that the client gives us. So now what I'm going to do is, now based on your knowledge, let's go deeper into this avatar and create a full avatar. We'll do a full customer avatar. Now it creates an actual person. We're able to personify who we are trying to target. So after I get all of this information, what I'm going to do next is I want to go deeper. So the best way that you can go deeper is there's layer 1 psychology, there's layer 2 psychology, which is a little bit deeper, but where you really want to be is you really want to be at layer 3 psychology. With layer 3 psychology, this really gets like freaking deep, like deep. So once this is done, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have it, tell me what's the layer 3 psychology for this specific target audience. So now let's go to the layer 3 psychology and truly understand them on an even deeper level so we can create marketing messages that speak directly to them. So now what I do is I come over here, I create a new doc. With the new doc, I'll grab this one right here, put that here. Now we have just that person. We'll delete this. We will come over. Now it's like deepest fears. It's core beliefs, burning desires. So as you can see, we're getting really, really deep. They're like team and company fears is my team will become disengaged and resentful if I can't provide direction. The company will lose market relevance and I'll be partly to blame. Competitors will outpace us, leaving us irrelevant in the industry. So like it gives us messaging angles, it gives us objections and rationalizations, emotional triggers, identity and self-concepts, burning desires. Like it gives us literally everything that we need. And now we're able to take this and we'll come over here. We'll move this down and then we'll paste from Markdown. So now we have both of these. So I'll just go layer 3 psychology. We'll make this a title just so that way it's there. Now what I'm able to do is I can take this, I download it as a PDF, and then I come over to Claude. And with Claude, I have projects set up so that way there's like copywriting master. What you can do is create a project specifically for each client, which I have done. But what I'm going to do is we're going to change this to normal. I'm going to grab the download, add that in here. Now we can just do based on this information, let's write a 5-minute video sales letter with talking time, 150 words per minute, selling the program. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, because I want it to have the information on the course and everything as well. So I'm going to download this as a PDF. And then what I'm able to do there is upload this as well. So now it's got the entire target audience. It's got the entire offer. And now based on the information, because I've already trained it on how to write VSLs, ads, stuff like that, let's create a unique angle that speaks to the layer 3 psychology of this target audience, because they are pretty aware of project management and the problem. Use more of a direct lead instead of an indirect lead. So now what it's going to do, it's actually going to write the entire VSL and everything for us. Of course, we want to go line by line and just make sure that everything is on point. And it's not going to be perfect the first time. It's really not. what I'm going to do as well, because I didn't actually upload this. So I'm going to download this, and then we're going to come back over to Claude. Then we're going to go add that in here. Based on this information, let's rewrite the VSL. So if you're a senior project manager watching your delivery timeline slip further behind while your team drowns in endless meetings and stakeholder pressure mounts, I want you to know that what's happening isn't your fault. After working with companies like Cisco, Barclays, and Dyson, I've discovered why 76% of agile transformations fail, and more importantly, the exact system that helped Barclay achieve a 300% increase in throughput and Cisco reduce defects by 40%. Hi, I'm Naim, and today I'm going to show you why all these expensive agile training programs and certifications haven't fixed your project delivery problems and the proven 6-week system that will. The uncomfortable truth is this: most project managers are stuck using outdated processes that waste 90% of meeting time and leave teams disengaged. Every morning you wake up dreading another day of explaining missed deadlines and watching your competitors sprint ahead with superior delivery capabilities. Now what we're going to do is say, this is a good start. Want to be more dimensional and vivid and paint a more vivid picture with the copy. We want to make sure it's in at most an 8th grade reading level, and clarity is the most important thing. Let's also make sure it's conversational, as if someone is actually talking, since they will be reading this script. So again, what it's going to do, it's going to take this and it's just going to clean it up. I would start with, have you ever walked into the office on Monday morning, looked at your project dashboard and felt your stomach drop? You know that feeling, another week of deadlines slipping away, another round of explaining delays to stakeholders, and another day of your team drowning in meetings that seem to go nowhere. I get it. I'm Naim, and I spent the last decade watching smart, capable project managers struggle with the same problems you're facing right now. You see, just last month, I was working with Sarah, a senior project manager at a Fortune 500 company. She was doing everything by the book, following all the fancy agile frameworks they teach in the certification courses, but her team was still stuck. Projects were running late, meetings were eating up everyone's time, and worst of all, her competitors were leaving her in the dust. Look, here's the truth that nobody's talking about. It's not your fault. All these expensive training programs and complex frameworks, they're missing the one thing that you actually need: a simple, practical way to make it all work in the real world. Think about your typical day. You're probably sifting through endless meetings where nothing really gets done, watching your team nod along with the new process, then go right back to their old habits, trying to track everything manually while other companies show off their fancy automated systems. But here's the thing. What if I told you companies like Barclays, yes, the huge bank, took the exact same problems and turned them completely around? They didn't just fix things, they made their teams 3 times faster. And Cisco, they cut their project errors almost in half. That's why I created the sprint system. It's not another boring training program that leaves you hanging. Instead, it's like having a project management expert right next to you, guiding you step by step. Here's what makes the difference. And then as we can see, like bite-sized video lessons. These were inside of the customer avatar. So, okay, prefer short, actionable videos. Appreciates hands-on tools and templates for immediate application, like step-by-step guidance with real-world case studies. So what we're able to do is this actually pulled in, like you get short videos. We're talking 5 to 10 minutes max, because let's be honest, who has time for hour-long training sessions? You get a complete Notion template that's ready to use right out of the box. No more cobbling together different tools and hoping they work. And my favorite part, you get 25 templates that you can just copy, paste, and use today. We're talking about the exact framework and same tools that help PlayStation Network save $30 million a year. Remember Sarah, who I mentioned earlier, 3 weeks after using these tools, she told me something amazing. Her team cut their meeting time in half, but they were getting twice as much done. And the best part, she said she was finally felt in control again. So as you can see, like, it's taking all the information that we have and it's writing these ads to those specific behaviors or those specific beliefs. So if you want to, really cut your research in half, another thing I really like to do is, on top of what I just showed you, is if they have like testimonials, case studies, stuff like that, I'll transcribe those as well. And then I'll add those to ChatGPT while I'm creating the avatar. So that way we're really getting the words and the verbiage and everything that our customers are actually using. So if you found value in this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Be drop these every other week. And I drop a podcast every other week as well. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you on my next video.